So good morning. So today we are going to look into this Boyce gas calorimeter, which is used to determine the calorific value of the liquid petroleum gas. So when you look at the apparatus for this experimental setup, so we do have the liquid petroleum gas cylinder, and we have a setup with two rotometers. One to measure the mass flow rate of the gas, and one to measure the mass flow rate of the water. And we have the pressure regulator, which is used to regulate the mass flow rate of your gas. And we have the calorimeter, in which actually there is an exchange of heat between the burning of your gas and the water. And the water will be entering this calorimeter at your room temperature, and due to the burning of the gas, what is the amount of heat that is going to take place, putting an energy balance, we want to see the rise in temperature of the water in the calorimeter. So I want to explain you how to conduct the procedure to conduct the experiment. So the first thing what we are going to do is actually we are going to switch on the regulator here. Then coming over here, you adjust the rotometer for the water to 2 liters per minute. Okay, adjust this knob and rotate this and adjust this water level to 2 liters per minute. Then you adjust this pressure regulator of the gas and this knob so that I am going to get 1 liters per minute of your gas. Then you have a burner here, you have a jack, pull down the job down, and using the lighter ignite the fire so that the gas starts burning and the heat is transferred to the calorimeter. So note down the initial temperature. The initial temperature is found to be 20 degrees Celsius, 20 or 22 degrees Celsius. So that is the water inlet temperature. Now allow the heat to reach the steady state for around 5 to 10 minutes, and note down the final temperature of the thermometer to which you are going to get the exit water temperature. You note down the position of the valve regulator, and this is your rotometer. You can see it is adjusted to 2 liters per minute, and you can see the rotometer for the gas, which is adjusted to 1 liters per minute using this particular regulator. And if you come over here, you can see the thermometer, which is increasing. So initial temperature was 20 degrees. Now you could see that there is a slight increase in the temperature of the water due to burning of the gas. So this is your burner, you can see at the bottom. Yeah. Next, we are going to see the calculation part of the how to calculate the calorific value using the Boyce calorimeter. So this is your table column. So in the table column, we are going to note down the values of the water flow rate, that is mass flow rate of water, and the gas flow rate in liters per minute, and the water temperature, the inlet and exit temperature using the thermocouple or thermometer. Okay, now, so you're going to take two sets of readings. So I'm going to keep the water flow rate as constant. So I'm going to keep it at 2 liters per minute. So for both the conditions, I want to keep 2 liters per minute. So if I want to convert from 2 liters per minute to second, 2 divided by 60. So this will be 0.033 for both the cases. So if I want to convert it to kg per second, I'm going to explain in the next part. Now, for the gas flow rate, I'm going to take two readings, one with the 1 liters per minute, and the second one is the 2 liters per minute. So the first one will be, so 1 divided by 60, if I do that, it will be 0.0167, and the second one will be 0.033. Now, for these conditions, if I go to the calorimeter and note down the temperatures of the thermocouple, the water inlet temperature for both the conditions, it's around 20 degrees Celsius, and it has been found after conducting the experiment. So for the first condition, it has been found to be 30 degrees Celsius. After 5 or 10 minutes of steady state condition, it is 40 degrees for the second condition. So then the delta T will be 10 degrees for the first case, and delta T will be
20 degrees for the second case. Now regarding how to get the kg per second, that is water for the W, that is water weight of the water and weight of the your fuel. I'm going to discuss it later. Okay. Now coming to the formulas, you see what we are getting. We are trying to get the volume flow rate in terms of liters per minute. So many liters per minute of water divided by 60 multiplied by 1 upon 1000 or 0.001. I am going to get in terms of meter cube per second. That will be the volume flow rate of water. Similarly, I can get the volume flow rate for the gas. So it will be liters per minute of gas, liters per minute of gas divided by 60. I'm going to get in terms of liters per second of gas multiplied by 1 upon 1000 or 0.001. So I'm going to get in terms of meter cube per second. So now both the values I have in terms of meter cube per second. Now how to get the weight of the water? So the formula is volume of water multiplied by density of water at atmospheric condition. So we all know that the density of water at the atmospheric condition is 1000 kg per meter cube. So if I multiply that, so I'll be getting the what will be the weight of this thing. So if I go back and look into this the particular thing, so 0.033 into 1000. If I do that, this will be multiply by 1000. So 0.0, so it will be 0.033. So many liters per second, 0.033 divided by 1000 multiply by 1000. So I'll end up with the same value. So this will be 0.033 kg per second. Now for the second case, it will be, so for both the cases, this is 0.033. Now for the gas, actually, for the gas, the density of the LP gas, it varies from 2.01 kg per meter cube at 0 degrees Celsius to 2.04 at around 10 or 20 degrees Celsius. So that's why I'm going to take the higher value. This I've taken from the one of the table. So I'm going to take 2.04 kg per meter cube as the density of the liquid petroleum gas. So volume flow rate of your gas multiplied by density of the gas. So if I want to do that, that is 0.0167, okay, then multiplied by its density. So this is in liters per second. Okay, this is directly in terms of liters per second. I'm going to get multiplied by density of it. So this will be 2.04. If I do that, I'm getting around 0.034068 kg per second. Okay, this is what I'm going to get. Now coming to for the second case, it is 0.033 into your 2.04. So this will be 0.067 kg per second. So I'm going to get this particular values. So okay, these particular values. Yeah, this particular values. So no, I have to do it by into 10 to the power of 3 into 10 to the power of minus 3. So this will be into 10 to the power of minus 3 because so this is 10 to the power of minus 3. This is directly I'm going to get. So this will be into 10 to the so 0.034 into 10 to the power of minus 3, 0.067 into 10 to the power of minus 3. So this will be the so many meter cubes, so much of kg per second of your gas flow rate. Now to find the calorific value, so I need to do an energy balance. So this is the energy balance. This equation is the energy balance. What is it actually? The energy balance is heat lost by the fuel is equal to heat gained by the water. So what is the heat gained by the water? This will be equal to W of, that is weight of water, into Cp of water into the temperature rise, change in water temperature, which should be equal to weight of the fuel into its calorific value. I am going to equate it. So what is the thing which we are supposed to calculate it is the calorific value. So the calorific value is equal to weight of the water. So weight of the water I'm going to take for the first case. okay, which is 0.033 into Cp of water, it is 4.187 into, that is in kilojoules per kg degree Kelvin. Okay, then multiply by the temperature rise, that is 10 degrees, divided by your weight of this particular this thing is actually 0.034 into 10 to the power of minus 3. So 0.034 into 10 to the power of minus 3. If I do that, I am going to get the calorific value in terms of kg per meter cube. Okay, 0.033 into 4.187 into 10 divided by 0.034 10 to the power of minus 3. If I do, I am getting around 40,638.5 kilojoules per meter cube. This is for the first case. Okay, this is what the first case what I am going to get. So what you have to do? So you have to do for the both the cases. So for the second case, it is for the 2 liters per minute. I am going to do the calculation. If I do it for the second case, so this is 0.067. For the second case, this is for the second case. This will be for the first case. CV for the second case will be CV for the second case. Okay, CV for the second case will be is equal to 0.033 into 4.187 into 20 degrees divided by 0.0, it is 67. 0.067 into 10 to the power of minus 3. I am going to get the calorific value of the fuel. 0.033 into 4.187 into 20 divided by 0.067 10 to the power of minus 3. I am getting around 41,250 to 45.07 kilojoules per meter cube. So roughly if you look at it, so from both case I am getting around 41,000 kilojoules per kg per meter cube. Now if I look into the calorific value of the LP gas from the maybe from the table or something, so you can write from the tables the CV for LP gas is around 44,000 and your calculated value is found to be 41,000